So, I mean, a lot of opinions, I think everybody could agree that Bleach is getting fucked over by Shonen Jump. Like, it is getting fucked over bad. I wanted to give my little 2 cents in here about this Bleach ending. The official ending's happening in 2 weeks from now, from today's date. And we're special announcements coming with it. I think the special announcement, I'm assuming that it's going to be the anime series is going to come back. I think it makes sense. Bleach is ending. Now they could just finish up the anime series. But I think the anime series is going to expand more on the ending, but it's still not going to help the fact that this ending is just super, super rushed. It's disappointing. It's going to be disappointing no matter what. After reading the last chapter, I don't think there's anything that you could salvage. This is not like the Naruto little ending that we had. It's not. Naruto had at least, even though it was fast, it was quick. I think Kishimoto knew what he wanted to do, and it kind of wrapped up pretty nicely. And then it got a spin-off with Boruto, and it got movies. I mean, we had movies to help with just everything else, the romance between Naruto and Hinata. I just think Naruto's ending was very satisfactory, and it really completed that whole Naruto series. But then we have Boruto, of course. But with Bleach, Kubo is just getting fucked over so bad. And I've said 1,000 times that I thought Bleach was amazing the first, when we first started this whole thing, and then it started weighing down, and then you knew that it should have ended at the Aizen arc, or it should have ended maybe even a little bit sooner. I don't know. It should have ended though at the Hukumondo arc, and it didn't. It continued, and then we felt like, okay, now Kubo, what is this full shitters? What is this? What are we getting, Kubo? What is this? And then of course we have Juop I call him Juop. We had that, and then the fights lasted too long. The fights weren't as interesting. That's why I stopped Bleach, because the fights were just. It wasn't interesting no more. It wasn't fun anymore. It didn't harken back. I mean, it changed for the worse from the beginning and then going to where we were at that point. But I never wanted Bleach to be rushed. I never wanted the ending to be rushed, because I've been reading Bleach for a long time. I love the anime series. I think the anime series has some of the most beautiful animation. More beautiful than Naruto and Naruto Shippuden and what they're doing. So even the fillers were not that bad. But yeah, I just did not want Bleach to end like that. I did not want it to be rushed. I think Kubo I think he does deserve respect. I mean, this was, at one point, Bleach was considered the big three, with Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. Was it just as good as Naruto? At one point it was. Was it just as good as One Piece? I think it brought another element to these big three. I mean, it was very similar to Naruto when I first read it, and then I first was reading Naruto. I was like, this is very similar, but of course it strayed away, and they both went their own paths. Especially with Ichigo as the protagonist. I mean, these later chapters, it really didn't become Ichigo's story. It became everybody else's story, and Ichigo was kind of on the back burner, and he was getting stronger like everybody else, but he wasn't the main focus like he was in the very beginning of the Bleach series. So, I mean, the topic of this video is, Kubo is getting fucked over really, really bad, and it's very sad. I mean, it's a disrespect to the fans. It's a disrespect who read it throughout. Is a disrespect to Kubo. It's a disrespect to a lot of manga artists who, their work, they gave this company so much money. They've worked their asses off. They worked their ass off so much that they have health problems, and to just get slapped with like, okay, you need to wrap this up. When I was thinking about this, maybe they told them this maybe like 2 months ago. Maybe they told them like, okay, your Bleach series needs to end this year, and maybe Kubo was pissed and just like continued it anyways. Like, they don't mean that shit. I mean, I'll just wait. Maybe that happened. Maybe there was like some back and forth, but overall, they really did Kubo dirty, man. They did Kubo dirty. They gave him 2 more weeks, basically, but they pretty much said, wrap that shit up, dude. You're done here. turn in your badge, bye. And that's bullshit, man. That's so much bullshit to the fans. I mean, and we're talking, I know, we're Americans, and over here, we love, I think a lot of people could really voice their opinions on here. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know what's going on in Japan and how they feel about this. I would think they would feel the same way, though, to say, well, wait, what the hell's going on? I mean, we all... everybody who enjoys this series or has been with this series, I think has the same pretty much opinion that this thing is just going to be super rushed and it's going to have a terrible ending. Rukia becoming captain was cool, but the one thing I read, what I wanted from Bleach was that relationship between Rukia and Ichigo, and that's where we started, and the way we're going to end, I don't think we're going to get that. I definitely don't think Rukia and Ichigo are together, because it's 10 years down the line. I'm pretty sure he's older. He's definitely older. I'm pretty sure he's going to be with Orihime at the end of all this. But the romance-wise, what it is. But the fact that, you know, that chapter, we just focused on all the captains and appointing Rukia as a new captain. It's like, okay, you know, fine. And Ukitake dying off, like, okay, yeah, all right, what's Ichigo and everybody else doing? Like, it just felt so sudden after the, you know, Jewel Bach being wiped out, and then that's just like, you could just tell going from this chapter to the last chapter. My God, like, it is, whatever Kubo tries to do, it's just not gonna, maybe there'll be one moment where like, okay, that was good, Kubo, thank you for our hard work, but there is nothing to salvage. You cannot salvage anything, because it's just, it's like we were going, you hit the wall, massacre everywhere, body parts everywhere, that's it. That is it. There's no stitching up the body parts. There's no bringing somebody back to life and, you know, having that. There's no that last goodbye. There is no that last goodbye. This ending is done. It's not going to be good. It's not Kubo's fault. Or maybe it is. But for now, I'm going to say it's not Kubo's fault. It's Shonen Jump's fault. It's Shonen Jump's fault for just making him rush the shit out of this. I'm very saddened. I'm just very, very sad the fact that this is ending like this. I'm very, very sad that this is ending like this. I mean, it just doesn't. Bleach is a series that, yes, it had its ups and definitely had its downs, but it does not deserve an ending like this. It does not deserve to be rushed like this, and it's a shame. So this ending, I do believe, is not going to be salvageable. I'll be very surprised if it is, if Kubo's able to actually do it, and I'm say bravo, Kubo, thank you for actually saving this. But because I think the ending is going to be terrible, I would not recommend this to anybody who's coming into Bleach. I mean, I can't. I might just change the manga, the first volume from Bleach to something else, because why would I want to recommend somebody a series that, yeah, it started out super awesome, and then, you know, it weighed down a little bit, but it was still good, and then but have a crappy ending like that? Why would I want people to read all these volumes just to have an ending that's shitty like that? I don't know if Bleach is going to be a shitty ending or not, but I'm just assuming, because there's just no way you could. I mean, that last chapter really hit me in the gut, where like, oh God, it's just, why, you know, why? But it is what it is. So I wanted to get my 2 cents in there. Shame on Shonen Jump for doing that shit. I mean, Shonen Jump doesn't really have too many series going for it. And a lot of people have been pointing the finger at Super. Look at what's happening to Super, and why Toriyama, you know, did he really need to come back and do more Dragon Ball Zs? I mean, I was excited like everybody else, but the product that we got, it's getting better. I'll say it is getting better. But you know, it's really a cash grab, and when something's a cash grab, that means a lot of creativity, and a lot of things are just gonna, a lot of things that you want to do, it's just, you know, it's not gonna pan out. It's not gonna be amazing. It's not gonna be as amazing as you want it to be. I guess Kubo's situation is a lot like Suicide Squad, honestly. In Suicide Squad I just watched, where a studio comes in and puts their hands all over it and wants edits and wants it to be a clean version, what you didn't originally intend. And then Kubo, it's the same with Shonen Jump. They got their hands all over it. They feel like this is their property, and they're the say. They say when it's gonna start again. They say what's gonna end. They tell you when it's gonna be over, and you just gotta take it. Honestly, and it's like, oh no, don't take it, Kubo. Fight back, man. Fight the power. Row. Honestly, I would have rather had Kubo just do a ending where it leaves the door open for maybe a future Bleach. Maybe Bleach would have came back from some other form spinoff or whatever. I'd rather have that than maybe have a really solid conclusion at the end, like a solid conclusion where I still don't. I'm a little. I don't like that Rukia's captain. I would have liked actually her, because it really felt like throughout this whole series she wanted this, this back and forth where she'd always go back to Soul Society. I think her heart was she wanted to stay in the human world, which I would have loved, but that's not what we got. So it is what it is, and I hope Kubo was able to at least salvage a little bit of it. But once I do a review on the final finale and I get my thoughts out there, that's when I know that, okay, either I'm going to recommend this to people or not. But I already know I'm probably not going to, because the situation that's been happening. So thank you guys for listening on Dan and Making Dan's Son. You can find more videos on my YouTube channel, movies, anime, TV, a lot of stuff. Like the video if you like it. Comment below. I gotta hear your guys' thoughts on the Bleach for just being rushed so bad. And is it Shonen Jump's fault? Is it Kubo's fault? Is it a little bit of both's fault? Whose fault? Who's to blame about this? If I had to pick anybody, I mean, I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not in the background. But Shonen Jump, shame on you. How dare you do this to Kubo? I mean, Kubo, yeah, he hasn't been the rising star that you wanted him to be as for a lot of years, but this is a Bleach series that's been here a long time, so why don't you just give him another month or a month and a half to wrap this up? But maybe they did. You don't know. Maybe they did, and Kubo didn't really want to listen. So I have no clue. It is what it is. Thank you guys for listening. Subscribe, like, comment. I'll see you guys later.